talk a little bit today about some phrasing. Again, not to bring up, but this time of quarantine has got us all kind of consolidating what we have for a rig and, maybe using a different guitar because it's more suitable for the current state of where everything is at. I got a Flying V, you'll see in the video. The story about this Flying V will be coming soon, but this guitar has been really inspiring. Again, I kind of vowed to, if it wasn't going to serve a purpose in my collection anymore, I wanted to move it along. I'm not really a Les Paul fan, and a 335 or the Trini Lopez does its own thing, but the Flying V was just really, really cool. It's kind of iconic, and one of my favorite heroes, Mr. Albert King, played a Flying V. Amongst others, Keith Richards of Hyde Park, Billy Gibbons, many, many people, Lonnie Mack, all that. I love Albert, and I started listening to some of Albert's playing and a lot of the live stuff, and I picked up on something a while back, but it kind of just sent a light bulb on in my head. Albert King wasn't all about... There was a lot more to him. His playing was very linear. If you ever watch him play, he'll start here and move down instead of coming up a scale or down a scale, however you want to look at it. But also his ability to play the lower notes. And this got me thinking. It's a great way to kind of enhance your improv on your solos. If you're playing with somebody or backing somebody up, if you're playing a blues and you get to the 5, we've all done that, and everybody has heard that. One thing I picked up on Albert, and I've seen Doyle Bramhall do this a lot, is the lower note, boom 4. Really, really cool thing because it almost does a few things here. It gives you an opportunity to play the same licks, the same sound, but in the octave in a different spot. So you're not running out of ideas in your bag of tricks. You're not running out of places to be. You're not running out of moves to make. If you take a lengthy solo or you're given a lengthy solo, you want to be able to fill that, and we don't want to repeat ourselves, right? And sometimes we have to, and that's okay. But this is a great way to repeat yourself, but in a different area and kind of with a different sound. And you can even change it up by picking near the bridge. But it's a great way to, you don't have to play it there. You can play it here. You can also stay on that area. You'll see a lot of guys working that area when it comes to playing over the 5 and also when they're bringing in their solo. It's a great thing that I am starting to really get comfortable with, is playing my phrasing, playing my notes, playing my set of licks, but kind of playing them in different positions, grabbing them in different spots and seeing how far you can stretch those to sound like... You don't need to necessarily be in the solo spot or the wailing on the high strings. You can really, really get a lot of real estate out of your phrasing, a lot of real estate out of your solo playing, and add a different dimension. I think it's really slick when you start here, and the next thing you know, when you're done, you're ending with the big... So you've played all of those zones. Play a whole run of bars here, and then you play a whole run of bars down 2 more strings. Just find where your notes and where your solos and where your licks work for you. And then, you end up in the glory spot. You end up home. Playing those notes there allows you to kind of create this buildup in suspense. You stayed in the low area, the low register for so long, and you've slowly crept your way towards it. You've slowly crept your way there, and you're also laying down a theme for your solo, because you can basically replicate what you're going to end up playing here and just give them a little bit of taste, give them a taste of it on the low side. So I'll just give a little example of, what I'm talking about, and you can use it, you may not, you may already do this. I just thought it was cool, and maybe if some guys are starting to get into the playing and they want to keep it fresh, it's just something that I've sort of adapted much more recently in the current times, and it's been really cool. Like trying to play my solos just on the D, A, and E string, and having a lot of fun doing that. So I hope you guys can use this in your playing. Check out the clips, and we'll talk soon. Peace.
Thank you.